It should have been you that day on the Ferris wheel, when that sketchy circus came to town. It should have been your touch.
You're listening to WeP3 Radio on the Foxhole Radio Network. Currently playing Mike Donnell. Rewind.
Right now. Lately I've been thinking about our first kiss and all those special moments that we both missed. I know that people say that you gotta be grateful for the broken road that leads you home. But I should have been the first. I should have been the one. Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Truck it off. Tom Cruise, roll out. You're watching or listening to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. We the people, the People's Patriot Project.
To put your skill set, your thoughts, and ideas, or want to help continue the mission, you have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we are the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be a part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Here's the WeP3 Team bringing you today's best heroes hits in the boots on the ground organizations that are saving lives. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Truck it off.
Hey there, Andrea Eichmann here with the People's Patriot Project. We are broadcasting live from Minneapolis, St. Paul Airport, because we just landed about, 20 minutes ago. We had an amazing weekend. We'll talk about it later, but we're here this week bringing you the People's Patriot Project show. We got your 6 at 6 every week. We try to bring you a new guest and a musician of choice. We got so many that have some music coming out that we just super excited. We do share the good things and then the sometimes not so good things. Always in the search for something that may help somebody who's listening, watching, or maybe trying to pay attention. So anyway, this week we will visit with James Howard of Homeward Bound Adirondack, which I believe there's way more in addition to Homeward Bound with James, and I can't wait to hear some more. And we will then have Johnny Cole Murdock stopping in to share some new music that he's got going on. It's going to be super exciting, you guys. Tonight's episode is featured by our sponsors, Catch 22 with Derek Iozio, Operation Texas Strong with Bobby and Peggy Krutzinger. Gosh dang, they're getting close to 200. They might be over 200 RVs given away to homeless veterans. We have the Boho Hobos Hideaway with Lauren Iozio, who will be on the show coming up soon. We are missing Kimrick Winter tonight, and we are hoping that things will soon be much better for her. Brian Kenzer with Smart Living. It's all about American-made products. It's about shopping in one place, and it is about it's a way to give back to the People's Patriot Project. I will put that link up later. We can also be heard on Reads Across America Radio on Sundays at 11 p.m. Eastern. That's where we were. Pretty cool. You can find Reads Across America Radio on the iHeart Radio app, the Odyssey app, and the TuneIn app. Just search the word Breathe. You will get there. Thank you to our guests, our sponsors, and our viewers. Before starting this week's show, we do ask that you take off your hat, stand, and cover your heart so you can join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't have all my sports here.
Hey, Mark has to be like the rest of us and do this off of one screen tonight.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Besides the fact that everything is not, it's fine. We're good. I have my Krabby panties on, but no one can really tell that I have them on. But technology is not our friend tonight.
Oh, sorry.
It was not working for me either.
So we'll just go. We'll make it work. Check us out. It is July 28th, and we are at 6 o'clock in the Midwest. Johnny Cole, what time's that at your spot?
I'm at 6 p.m.
You are. We're good.
For
James,
America.
where are you at, bro?
7 p.m.
7 for James.
Right.
We just left your time zone.
Yeah,
dude.
we was just there, man. We was just there. Where are you calling in from tonight, James?
From Crown Point, New York, way upstate.
What state?
Crown Point, New York. New York.
We was just by you up in Maine.
What are you talking
Really?
about? Who he was.
You know, there's no R's in the. It's the only state I know that only has 25 letters in the alphabet because there are no R's in Maine. So relearn the alphabet, and we got to hang out with the Worcester family at the Worcester family tree farm, and had an absolute amazing weekend. My God.
That's awesome.
Weeds.
No, Trace.
Weeds
Right.
across America. We'll figure it out. It's all good. I'm a hillbilly from Wyoming, and
Weeds
I don't.
across America.
Weeds across America.
Yeah.
That's
It's not like that. It's not a speech impediment.
that's.
Speech impediment.
But I'm not saying we didn't have some lobsters out there.
Yeah, I have some lobster.
Not bad.
We had a little
That's the best
lobster boil.
lobster.
They're
And,
big. big monsters.
And
Wow.
coolers of them. Like, oh my goodness. It's not about us tonight. We come here every Sunday night for We Got Your 6 at 6 to share boots on the ground organizations that are making a difference in the lives of our veterans and first responders, and then the most amazing musicians across the country, specifically tonight, Johnny Cole Murdock. So excited to have both of you here. Thank you for being here. We'll say sorry, not sorry, that we're not doing how we normally do it, but it was awesome to be able to come here every weekend and make sure that we're sending a message, a positive message. And I think we might have a new tag a little bit. We might be stealing someone's tag and adding some stuff because we're going to live and lead with a purpose. So,
yes.
But
Patriot Pride.
Patriot Pride. And guess what? Let's grow, because every week we have the chance to be a better person tomorrow than we are today. So let's get to it. Jonathan Crochet, I almost dropped the ball because I was going to jump right into it, but it is your turn with the news, brother.
Before we start with the news, I'd like to just go through a few comments. Andrea and I were talking about this last week, and we didn't see you, so we missed you as well, Amanda. But I'm glad you had the chance to take this opportunity. That means we're that much closer to hopefully having something like this in the South. Horses for mental health. Brian, thank you for jumping in. Who else we got? Jeremy Daniels. We'll see you again. Sorry, it's not coming up. There we go. Jeremy Daniels and Adam Bird.
Adam Bird, Heroes Media Group. Bow, 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 bow.
Community heroes. Hashtag community heroes. Peterson's got to read them all and check them all out.
Yeah,
you got that, Peterson?
It's different. Again, I only got one screen, so don't hold this against me.
I'm gonna hold it against you.
And then thank God that this is here. Had a little rough patch today. I was worried about my boy Dylan, but everything's gonna work out.
Whew.
So, anyways, let's jump into the news.
Good to have boots on the ground in Minnesota.
Was that?
Carry on, brother. Carry on.
Sorry. July is Social Wellness Month, and Social Wellness Month is a period that's dedicated to raising awareness about the importance of maintaining healthy and positive relationships with those around you. We would like to encourage everyone to reflect on their social connections, relationships, and overall social well-being, with a focus on fostering meaningful interactions, nurturing friendships, and building supportive networks. July 30th is World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, and the theme of 2024 will focus on activating connections to build individual, family, and community resilience to human trafficking. Human trafficking is a global pandemic and is defined simply as the unlawful act of transporting or coercing people to benefit from their work or service. This normally takes place in the form of forced labor or sexual exploitation. Human trafficking is not limited to, but often targets women and children due to their presumed vulnerabilities. Human trafficking reportedly brings in hundreds of billions of dollars globally each year. And this isn't necessarily done in private or in the shadows. It's been known for many years that some major global brands benefit from the use of child labor. So if you are interested, do some research and look into these brands so that we can stop supporting those companies.
That must be
and that was all I could find in the news. So I'm done.
Who's the one with the connection issues? Is it us?
I'm not really sure.
I'm not sure. Hold on. It might be y'all.
Can you guys hear us clearly?
Yes, we can.
Yep.
I think I'm glitching out.
Oh, yeah, Johnny Cole. I see you glitching over there.
He turned into a robot.
And Mark.
All right, Jonathan, run with it, brother. It's
Yeah,
on you.
Mark
We're
and
not going to tear
Andrea.
this up because our stuff's not working.
Mark and Andrea are on their way back from Maine, as they mentioned earlier, visiting and doing some paw shaking, we'll call it. Doing some paw shaking and learning more about Reads Across America and networking with those guys. So they're currently at the airport, and the connection may be a little shaky, but we're glad they're here nonetheless. Let me go back up and read this real quick. This is our pledge, and it says, "We know why we get to do this. Thank you to the service members and first responders that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and life to give us the freedoms that we have that allow us to do what we do daily." Oh, I guess my mind went blank. Johnny Cole was going to reset his connection probably. James, let's jump in, man. Tell us a little bit about you and the Homeward Bound Adirondacks and what y'all are doing.
Well, first of all, just thank you guys so much for having me on your show. It's a really great thing that you guys do. My name is James Howard. I was in the Army for 3 years as a 19 Delta Cav Scout. Deployed to Iraq as well. So did all that fun stuff. And I now work for Homeward Bound Adirondacks. We're a veteran service organization. We help out veterans with anything that they may need, whether that's like crisis aversion type stuff. You know, if they're dealing with some isolation issues, we'll just take them out to eat lunch, get them a dinner, something like that. We do a bunch of events in the community, give veterans free haircuts. We take them out golfing. we get them tickets to the movies and stuff like that. So we're just really in it for the mental health of veterans too. We do retreats as well. So we'll take a bunch of veterans out and go hiking, kayaking, fishing, recreate together. And it seems to really just break down some of those barriers of PTSD and depression that we deal with. It's an amazing job, great organization. We're located here in upstate New York. We just purchased a 110-acre compound right near Malone on Lake Titus, and that's where we're going to hold the majority of our retreats going forward. That's going to be great for the organization because it's going to save us some money from having to purchase other avenues to hold the retreats. We have our own nice compound now. And for two, we'll just be able to have veterans go there really anytime. We've had a veteran that reached out to us and just wanted to check out the property, and we're more than welcome to just go and walk on the trails up there and just kind of get some therapy. So it's awesome. It's a really unique organization. We kind of have a very unique way of dealing with mental health, and that's through nature therapy. We really believe in the therapeutic properties of the Adirondacks. It's very healing to be able to hike up a mountain and just say that you did it, and then have a beautiful, breathtaking view. I mean, it's an amazing place. So yeah, that's what we do. We also do like a ton of outreaches, kind of like I'm doing now, but we'll go to like local stores, VA clinics, VFWs, and just kind of set up a table and tell people about how we can help them. We offer free medical transportation to veterans as well. We have a team, all of us do it. We'll share the rides. We've all got vehicles given to us by the organization, so we'll be able to get the veterans wherever they need to go. We'll help them navigate through the VA if they're older and not really familiar with computers, and the VA system will help facilitate them through that. So anything that they need help with, just to kind of create a more positive part of their life, we'll be there for them. So thank you guys.
That's awesome. Sounds like you guys have got we've what I was trying to say is we've been through that part where we've had people that try to tell the People's Patriot Project, to narrow it down to one specific field and be good at one thing, and you get like y'all have taken up the banner of just what we call lighten the load. It doesn't matter what the ask is. If it benefits or helps put somebody on the right track or alleviate some of the things that may cause that mental stress, then that's what we're about. So I like the sounds of what you guys' mission. It sounds a lot like what we have tried to do as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we're all veterans too. Every person in the organization, besides just a few, are veterans. So it helps us just to be able to kind of bond with one another a lot more. We can understand each other a lot better. So we all feel at ease when a veteran talks to another brother or sister. That's what they are. They feel like family, a brother or sister. So that's a unique program.
Sorry, I lost my notes.
No worries.
I don't know where. Johnny.
Sorry, I guess I'm having like connection issues out here in East Texas, but I got my phone.
That's all good, man. What you been up to?
I just just trying to go full throttle on this music thing. Just been getting back into it. Earlier this month, I released this pretty cool patriotic tune, if you haven't heard it yet, called These Colors Don't Run, which I feel like could be the 2024 patriotic anthem and a future 4th of July song, the celebrate while you're drinking a beer, lighting fireworks off, and all the fun stuff.
We actually have that song. I've listened to it quite a few times already. It's a very good song. Is there anything you want to start playing with that one tonight?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. So we'll jump into the first song of the night. This is Johnny Cole Murdock with These Colors Don't Run.
Shut up, I won't be quiet. Just try to stop me if you feel like dying. I pray for peace, not for war, but some things are worth dying for. I love this flag like my old man. I even served like old granddad. And I won't give up, some gave so much, all they had till their last drop of blood. Colors don't run, they don't hide, they're not afraid to die. For what is good, for what is true, for what is beautiful and right. These colors don't run, they're not afraid of the gun. If you wanna fight, come and get you some. These colors don't run, they're bought with blood from some who said enough is enough. Freedom ain't free, some know more than me. When loved ones don't come back home from overseas, just crying shame, but some men haven't fought for, it's taken in vain, but I say hell no more. Step on my flag, I'll kick your ass. You act like trash, I'll treat you like that. Colors don't run,
Yes. Good song.
Thanks for playing that.
Love it. Hey, I don't think that
freaking standing, man.
I don't think that you'll get a complaint from anybody here, but
No, I have pissed off the crazy blue hairs though. A few of them. Like I don't know how they got to listen to it, but it's like, yeah, it's like a cross to a vampire.
I just I won't do politics, but I will say, political standings aside, I don't understand why somebody would be upset about a song about the American flag.
No, that was a great song.
I wouldn't even say it's politics. It's just people hate what America stands for and some of those basic things that any normal American wouldn't be having issues with 10 years ago. So,
yeah. Truth, man. So is that kind of what? See, I'm just guesstimating here, but seeing where things are headed and where we stand right now as a country, is that what kind of drove you to writing this song and releasing this song?
Yeah, I mean, it's a culmination of a lot of things. I really wrote the song back in 2021, when all the insanity was going on. And, like me as a person, I've always been, able to be friends with people that have disagreements. We don't have to agree on every single thing to be friends. But, as everybody knows, like we can't deny it, or, it's just, we've had a huge divide in our country, and then people just getting mad and they think that burning the American flag, that, American soldiers, Marines, airmen, Navy, seamen have died, to protect, for our freedoms, and, stepping on their graves is just, it's not cool with me. Not, like my great grandfather served in World War II. And that's why on the artwork for the cover, I actually took some cool old public domain World War II photos, because I mean, we do stand on the backs of giants, going back to the Revolutionary War, that, that blood that paid for our freedom. So, yeah, I mean, I just love our country. We don't have to agree on everything, but we can all stand behind the flag. So,
agreed. That's regardless of what stance you take or where you come from, the majority of people would have to say that they, I believe, if they're honest with themselves, would have to say that the flag and what it stands for is the reason why people wanted to be here in the first place. So I appreciate the song, love the song actually, and thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
Can I go off script a little bit?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Can I go off script a little bit?
Roll with it.
I'm here for it.
This weekend, again, Worcester was challenged. He wanted to put the tallest, longest, biggest flag in Maine up in Maine, and the town that he employs the most, the county he employs the most people with, he has the largest tax dividends taken out of in the entire county. They voted this flag down, and his answer to it was he went and purchased the biggest crane he could get, because if it's set in spot, like if it's concreted in, has a foundation, people can say things about it. But if it's mobile, they can't do anything about it. So they flew a specialized crane operator in who donated his time, and we did a live. We got to be part of this thing.
That's amazing.
Helping erect this flag that you can see for miles and miles and miles. And it was such an amazing, I got the chill bumps going right now. There might have been some smoke inhalation in the space while we were putting it up. It was absolutely one of the most patriotic things I've ever seen in my life. And it's because of the heart of this man and what he believes in giving tribute back to those who have served. And if you aren't involved with Wreaths Across America, you need to find out. I know this is about James and Johnny tonight, but I do want to share that it was such an impactful, everything he does in that space. He owns 66,000 acres in Maine, and it's all given tribute to veterans who have served this country. And he's got memorial after memorial after memorial there. One of the coolest things that we got to be part of this weekend was you get to put dog tags on one of these trees. They do it is the tree, they cut the limbs off to make wreaths, and then when it gets so big, they cut the top off so it gets bigger, so it can do more. But you tribute the tree to a veteran that we've lost in the memory of, and then they take and they make wreaths out of this tree boughs in the name of this veteran. We had Korean World War. It was ridiculous, but this man, Moro Woista, I just hats off to this man for not letting them knock him down at a given point, and sending the message that he wants to send with erecting this American flag. It was amazing.
Yeah. I love that guy. I mean, thank you for sharing that story. That is an amazing story. And just sometimes you got to beat the bureaucratic nonsense with their own games.
True.
We had these fireworks. We had after the dinner and the music and presentations, and he actually had a group put together. It was the cadets, ROTC. It was Civil Air Patrol. It was the Sheriff Department, the Marines, the VFW. I think there were 7. Coast Guard. I think there was 7 units, and he had all the color guards show. And it was the first time they had ever put all the color guards in one spot at the same time in that county, I think, because the kids were from Bangor. Anyway, so I was sitting next to him, and after I got done, I stood up and shook his hand, and I thanked him on behalf of Fort Snelling, Minnesota. And he said, it's so nice that you were here this weekend, he said, so that you can see we're just a family that cares about our country and loves our veterans. And like, good Lord, it is. He's so humble and so mild. And I think he gets another idea for how to show that respect, and moves and goes on with it. And he's just a guy.
I don't want to predict the future, but that song, that song in Johnny Cole Murdock is going to, I'm going to make a prediction, might be in Maine 2025. We're going to work on that piece.
I would love to. I mean, just let me know. I'll sing it anywhere, or y'all can play it wherever, So.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's why Peterson was throwing fake punches. Is that what you're? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Jeremy, you go get it, brother.
Yes.
Oh gosh, I would love to talk about that subject matter.
Awesome, Jeremy. Also, I wanted to go back and pull this up. This is Dylan Petrie, who was he volunteered to work as a volunteer, because that's what volunteers do. He volunteered to work at the Veterans Wheelchair Games, which were being held in New Orleans this weekend. I want to say through the 25th, August 5th, maybe. But yeah, he was out there volunteering this weekend. So all about where you can give your time. James, what your mic's on mute. There we go. So you told us a little bit about Homeward Bound Adirondack, a little bit about yourself coming from the Army 19 Delta. What do you got going on, like, coming up real soon?
Well, we've got a bowling for veterans event that's in Willsboro, upstate New York. We're doing free bowling for veterans and a free shoe rental, and we're just gonna bowl with them and have some fun. Then we got a veterans get free haircuts. That's on the 15th. So as many veterans as show up, they get a free haircut. Thank them for their service and give them a brochure about Homeward Bound. And then we've got quite a few other things going on. I know we're trying to plan like a backcountry wilderness hike through one of the major trails here in the Adirondacks, and that's going to be like a multiple day thing where veterans are good. We're going to outfit veterans with some light backpacking gear, ultralight gear, and just kind of hike it out deep into the woods and set up camp, and then keep going in the morning and just really kind of take in the serenity that the Adirondacks provides for us. So we're always working on stuff, always trying to do different events in the multiple counties that we serve. We serve Clinton County, Essex County, Franklin County, and a couple others here in upstate New York. So we're on the front line, so to speak, of veteran services here in the North Country.
That's awesome.
Pretty awesome. Thank you.
I wanted to show this earlier when you were talking about some of the hiking or whatever. I'm gonna take a moment to share it now. This is one of the pictures that I've seen looking through their website, and this is, man, what a view, huh? You want to tell us a little bit about this photo?
Sure, that's at one of our retreats that we held. I believe that one looks like it was at the Arundel Inn, and that's one of the major trails that's near there. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful hike. Obviously, a gorgeous view at the top, and it's always great to get a group picture. All the veterans seem to enjoy that because we do get a lot of veterans from the city. Different cities. We have one veteran that comes all the way up from Indiana, so they don't get to see really stuff like that where they're from, and it's neat to see them really just get something out of the retreats like I do. I mean, I get a lot out of them, being able to just relax with my brothers and sisters and show them a good time while also having one. I mean, it's great. It's really a phenomenal job and a great organization, and I'm just happy to be able to share it on here.
We are happy you could be here to share it too. Sorry, I had a question, but when I'm moving around and thinking, I lose track of what's going on in my own brain. So,
see the Adirondacks there, it's literally the biggest state park in the country. You could fit like Yosemite, all the major parks out west, Yellowstone and all those combined inside of the Adirondacks, which is pretty incredible.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Reading this at the bottom, it says our mission is to be a beacon of healing and resilience, restoring the strength and well-being of those who have sacrificed for our nation. That's pretty powerful. And also, as you stated, it's fairly broad as to what your mission statement is. You know what I mean? It gives you guys a lot of playroom to do whatever, which is where a lot of people, I think, don't realize that the small things that veterans face on a daily basis, like repairing a tire on a vehicle, getting a haircut, and just having a moment to sit down with somebody at the barber shop and converse back and forth with a veteran. You know what I mean? All those things add up to truly change somebody's life.
It does. I mean, like when I got out in 2010, you almost feel abandoned, right? A lot of veterans I know feel the same way. You lose your unit, your brothers, your sisters, you lose you waking up and doing PT in the morning, you lose all that. And then also, like, I had a hard time finding employment when I came up to the North Country. That's something that we struggle with up here, is housing and jobs. Those are two major hurdles that we have to try to conquer up here in the Adirondacks, since we're so isolated up here. And I didn't find a job right away, and they repoed my vehicle. So right there, I worked so hard, went to war for that car, and then it's gone. So the pride goes right away. And if I knew about Homeward Bound Adirondacks or any organization that would even help me, I feel like I would have stood a better chance out here, you know. But I struggled quite a bit for a while without any support from anyone. I felt very alone, and I just hope to fill that void for the veterans up here.
And I want to get to a question real quick, but when you're talking about feeling very alone and not having support, a lot of times when you're going, like I went through some instances when I got out too, where I struggled a good bit. And although I had support, like family, friends, and all that, right? It's being able and having the ability to swallow the pride and ask somebody for help is one of the hardest things to do when you spent the last however many years of your life training to be the America's finest, right? So it's a tough, and it's a slippery, not slippery, but it's a hard hill to climb to get to the top of. But just so you know, there is a top, and then from there it gets easier. I want to ask a question, and this is coming from, he didn't really ask the question, but out of curiosity, Jeremy Daniels, he's one of our, I want to call it a patron, but he's family. He's on here every weekend. We miss him when he's not here. We need him. But he's due to some trouble with I forget the word I'm looking for, Mark. They had some complications from overseas with the burn pits. There we go.
Oh, damn.
And anyways, Jeremy's suffering from MS as a result of that. He's wheelchair bound. So is there any way for veterans who are wheelchair bound to still be part of some of these retreats? Is there accommodations for something like that?
There is. Yeah, we have access to a van that has a wheelchair lift, and that's through St. Joseph's Rehabilitation Center. They're generous and let us borrow that van anytime that we have somebody in a wheelchair. Yeah, we'll help them out with anything that they need to be able to circumnavigate our retreats. Obviously we're gonna do things with him, like board games, stuff that doesn't take too much strenuous stuff.
Awesome. But we'll get back to Homeward Bound and James here in a minute. Let's go over to Johnny Cole Murdock. What you smoking, Johnny?
I'm smoking one of my favorite cigars. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's CAO America. So,
America. I haven't seen that one, no.
I've
seen the Brazilian one, but I haven't seen the American one.
The wrapper comes out of Pennsylvania. So it's like a light and a dark leaf. So it's a pretty good one.
Nice. Johnny, we got one more song for you. It is titled Heart Sunk Low.
Yes, sir.
Is there any kind of story from that song that you'd like to share?
Sure. I mean, I wrote it in Nashville with a really awesome country artist that loves veterans. He's not a veteran himself, but he's very patriotic. His name's CJ Solar. You should check out his music. And I wrote it back in 2021 as well, when I was still living in Nashville. And I didn't record it till the beginning of this year. And he hooked me up with this producer who also produced the song called These Colors Don't Run. His name is Cole Phillips. He's really phenomenal. He does a great job. And yeah, just we wrote it a while back. I had this really cool guitar riff that I couldn't figure out how to make a song out of it, but I knew the riff was cool. So when I got to get in a room with CJ to write this song, you know, like I was like, all right, I got this cool riff. Where do we go from here? And we started writing, and he came up with a chord progression. We started like coming up with lyrics and putting the song together. And I like it. It's kind of a cool little Southern rock kind of guitar song.
When I'm not a musician. I can barely play the radio without messing it up. So when you're writing songs, how many, is it a give and take, or most of your songs written with music first and then finding words to fit the music, or do the words come first and then you find the music?
I would say for me, a lot, it happens different every time. Sometimes like I'll have something in my head, like an idea. So I'll like get in my phone notes and just like kind of put it down. Or sometimes I'm with the guitar, start playing it, and then like I start like hearing melody and words combine. But if like I'm in a situation where I'm co-writing with somebody, it's definitely like give and take. You know, you're trying to like, you know, you're sussing out the best way to like make the song go, which I think can end up being a better product sometimes. That kind of little bit of push and pull is like, hey, how about this? How about this idea? And, you know, try to put the best ideas together to have a song that, you know, maybe someone will record or I'll record or whatever that might be.
That's so you said someone else will record. So you've written a lot of songs that other people have recorded, or?
I haven't. I've only like had one cut as a songwriter. Like my friend Sammy Lynn came to me with like part of a song, and I helped her finish writing. It's called Cowboys Don't Break Your Heart, like the ones that buy their buckles do, but it's Cowboys Don't Break Their Heart. But yeah, that's kind of like the tagline in it. So I helped her finish that one, which is, and I'd like to do some more songwriting as well, just for myself and maybe other people. If I like write a song, it's like, it's a cool song, but maybe it's not for me, but for someone else, sort of deal.
Yeah. It's I think that the musicians and the artists that make music that somehow reaches across time zones and decades and millenniums and still finds a way to touch people and reach people in their own way. Musicians and music is, the people who make it are phenomenal. And you guys have a gift that makes me somewhat envious.
Hey, just know you can always learn to play guitar. It's not beyond you. You're never too old.
I got fat fingers. No, just playing.
Hey, they got fat guitars for that. So
I did practice for a little bit. I got like, it was a kid's guitar, right? And I bought it for my kid for Christmas, and it was one of those he loves music, so let's get him some instruments and see what he falls into and sticks with. And I tried to mess around with it, man, and hitting one string without hitting like 2 or 3 other ones is probably the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. But let's get into the song. This is Heart Sunk Low by Johnny Cole Murdock.
That girl left me high and dry. Now I can't fight these feelings. She said get lost, get gone so long, so I got this eyes peeling. Out of the town, out of the heart, out of my mind, seems like a good place to start. But I don't know where this road goes. I'll rip this swing down highway alone. 90 miles an hour, can't go nowhere slow when your heart's sunk low. Sometime, somewhere, don't care, get there where the rain all shine. A hole in the wall, something tall, something strong, drink 'em all till I'm feeling alright. Over that girl, over goodbye, do it again when the morning light comes.
Johnny Cole, you are not country, brah.
Yeah.
You jammed that thing, dog.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely pretty rocking. I just want to play guitar loud.
Nope, love it. Fantastic song, man. Again. So I want to pull this back up real quick. So we were talking about this before the show. Mrs. James right here with his Stetson on.
Heck
So
yeah.
James, where you might have said it at the beginning when we were talking about your service, but you're in a cav unit. Where were you stationed at?
It was a 4th Infantry Division, 710 Cav out of Fort Hood.
Fort Hood, okay.
Fort Hood, Texas, and then
I always kind of hold out hope that a cav, when people say they're from the cav.
When were you in what years were you at Fort Hood?
Man, I was only there for like 07, the beginning of 2007. I was there for, and then I was only there for like 3 months, and then we deployed to Iraq, or maybe it was only even 2 months. And then we got back from Iraq, and I was there for like another 3 or 4 months, and then we all moved to Fort Carson. We made the big move. All of us left, all of 4th ID left Fort Hood and moved to Carson. So
Gotcha.
I wasn't there for very long, unfortunately. I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Had to go to the sandbox though, and play in the big sandbox.
I forgot they called it that.
Yeah.
when I worked offshore, we'd go on the oil rigs or whatever. You'd ask somebody, "Hey, where's that spud wrench at?" And they'd all tell you, "Oh, it's in the blue toolbox." That meant they dropped it overboard.
Pretty funny.
A lot of things got left over there in the sandbox too. So James, where do you hope to see yourself at, and also Homeward Bound Adirondacks? Where do you hope to see them at moving forward? What do you hope to accomplish with them?
Well, I hope to be a part of the organization for a very, very long time to come. I get a lot out of helping my brothers and sisters. It's an amazing, amazing program. I just hope that we're able to maintain the grants that we receive through the VA. I hope that the VA continues to see the passion that our organization and the impact that our organization has. And yeah, I just hope that maybe I would love to see Homeward Bound, all across the country. That'd be phenomenal. I know that there's programs popping up everywhere. I would just love to see Homeward Bound be all over the place, because I have friends that ask me, hey, is there something like this in Texas? Is there something like that in Idaho? And there's really not for right now that I know of. I know that New York State is right now one of the only ones that are kind of doing this peer-to-peer veterans helping veterans model that Homeward Bound does. Vets helping vets. And I feel like it's one of the most successful ways to reintegrate, veterans back into civilian when they get out of the military. I feel like it's just one of the best ways that they can go about it. It's almost like we're like life coaches. We've been through it. We can coach our brothers and sisters on how to progress out here. So
I also feel like it might be a two birds, one stone kind of thing with veterans helping veterans. You get to not only give other veterans the resources they need, but you also get to build that network of maybe peer support or just friendships that loose, you know what I mean? So you're basically doing two things at the same time there. So it's multiple fronts.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the camaraderie is what we all miss from the military. That's that's the thing that we don't get out here as much is that camaraderie, being able to talk crap about each other's military background and jobs is something that civilians can't really understand. And
They can't handle it very good.
no, they don't. They're like, why did you just call him a pogue?
Yeah. I was teaching music lessons at this like little like music shop, and I took over for this guy that was teaching guitar lessons, but he got fired. And there's like this little kid that was like way too young to like be teaching lessons. And I told his mom, I guess in front of the reception lady, I was like, I don't know who was teaching your son before, but he really sucked at his job because like your son doesn't know anything about guitar. And then the boss is like, you can't be saying that. Like wasting your money.
Oh crap.
Homeward Bound, is that, I know we say Homeward Bound Adirondacks, but Adirondacks was kind of like the chapter of it, or
Yeah,
moving
I'm not
forward, if
really
you were to have something somewhere else, would it be like Homeward Bound Swamp Edition down here in Louisiana?
I'm not really positive where the name originated from. Honestly, that's a great question. But I know a Homeward Bound would be, obviously that's the first word in it, so I know that that's like Homeward Bound, reintegrating back into society, essentially, like trying to, you're homeward bound, you're back home now, just be here with us, that sort of deal. So I think that's probably where it originated from. And then the Adirondacks is our beautiful landscape here in upstate New York.
Johnny.
Yes, sir.
I assume that you will be very busy writing and making music, but tell us a little bit about what's up next for you, man.
I mean, the biggest thing for me right now, I guess, is just obviously just writing, recording, and releasing music along with playing shows. It's there's just so much noise on the internet. It's just really hard to like break through and figure out, like, it's like, okay, I think I got some pretty good songs, but like, how do I get it in front of people? So I'm just trying to do all approaches I can to just build an audience and stuff. Like today was pretty awesome. I just talked to somebody that runs a talent agency. So that looks like it might be a really great opportunity for me. And she also works with some other veterans and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. And we know some common people. So it's just trying to get the streams up so that I can play gigs and, just, get doing all those sort of things. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So,
and release a new merch. I'll send y'all some of these stickers. I still got to send y'all some stuff, but I just got these. So,
heck yeah. As a musician, do you feel that playing gigs is more important? Not that I'd say more important. What do you think gets your music out there better, playing gigs or promoting streaming on streaming sites?
It really depends. I think playing gigs, and if you make an impact on people's lives, you build relationships with people that last a lot longer than like somebody sees you on the internet and maybe they check out your song and forget about you. Like, like I met Mark and them in Nashville, like almost 3 years ago. And, like I get to be on y'all's show again because we built a relationship. We're friends, we, have those things. So like, you just can't beat in-person interaction. It really kind of seals the deal. But, everything today is about like analytics and marketing and stuff. So it's, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out myself. It's really tricky, and I've been trying to like bust down some doors to get a hold of some people that like veterans that do a lot of marketing stuff to at least help fill in the gaps. Because I feel like I understand like some of the pieces to connect it, but it's like, okay, like what tools are these people using that are really good at marketing and, you know, actually having a conversion of like getting someone from social media to actually physically go to Apple Music and buy the song or go to Spotify to stream it, you know, those sorts of deals. They're both important, and it, you know, like it's kind of hard to rank them because like I would take, you know, like playing, you know, a show to even just 100 people and them all being excited and becoming Johnny Cole Murdock fans over like 1,000, you know, like low quality possible, you know, low engagement followers online for instance, if that makes sense.
Yep, makes perfect sense. What obviously sharing your music and stuff online, but what can we do to help promote Johnny Cole Murdock?
I mean, other than sharing it, I guess like really, I think the biggest thing that could help out that's pretty easy and cheap is if you listen to music on Apple Music, like or you know, have the iTunes, go to iTunes, buy the song for 99 cents. It'll help the algorithm. I've been promoting it, growing the streams, but if like people are physically buying it and streaming it, it kind of boosted in the Apple Music. Or if you listen to Spotify, you know, go follow me on Spotify and those sorts of things and stream the song. You know, if you like it, add it to a playlist or something. So share it with another veteran.
Well, I definitely will. I subscribed and like that song. The first song, The Colors Don't Run, that was awesome. So I'll
Thanks,
definitely.
brother. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome, brother.
James, same question to you. What can we do as the People's Patriot Project to help promote Homeward Bound and the mission that you guys have? How do we make this to where we can work together to reach more people?
Just, you know, word of mouth is super important. Social media, just try to share some of our stuff. Go to our website, www.homewardboundadirondacks.org, and yeah, just hop up on there and you'll see some of our events. There's a little tab to donate if you feel like giving monetarily. We appreciate it so much. That helps us be able to continue what we do and help our North Country veterans and all veterans really across the whole country. If we have a veteran that wants to come from Texas to come to our retreat, you know, that's amazing. When we'd love to have them. So yeah, just let people know about us. We appreciate it.
A veteran coming from Texas to be a part of your retreat, you mentioned that, and it brings me to another question. Do y'all have funding for travel and stuff like that, or is that part on the veteran to get there?
Yeah, that unfortunately we don't have the funding for that currently. We're still trying to advocate for more funding, but for now, yep, the veterans, all they have to do is just get here and we'll take care of the rest. So appreciate it.
Perfect, man. Perfect. I mean, this is coming from Andrea. She wants to say thank you.
Of course, thank you. I appreciate what you guys do. I think it's awesome, and I was glad that you reached out to me, Andrea. It was awesome. Happy to be here.
Look, I know typically our shows go for a good bit longer than this, but I think we're at a point right now where we can kind of start wrapping things up. And the way we usually do that, if no one has anything they'd like to add.
No, just thank you for having me.
Wait, yeah.
You want
Okay.
Mark?
Okay, wait. Yep. I do have to stay our guest next week. But hang on, because I lost my show notes.
I got you.
You got them? Okay, I don't know where I put them.
Yeah, me neither. I've seen them somewhere. There we go. We got Al Stitt with Triple Influence. He's teaching high performance business and life coaching skills.
Okay, thank you.
Live yet.
Not as of yet, but we will. And James, thank you for not being afraid of the creeper who sent you a note asking to hear more about your Homeward Bound. That'd be me. That'd be me. And I see Frank is on here. Frank, I am about halfway through the book right now, and I am super immersed in it. It's a very, very good story, and I love the realistic the people, and it's great. Frank, I will recommend it. I can't wait to finish it. The book I'm talking about, and of course it just slipped out of my head, of Vital Interest by Frank DeMith. Great book.
Yep. This is,
Sweet.
he's saying the second one is coming out soon.
Sweet.
So the way we
you guys
usually
hear the children screaming in the background?
No.
Thank
thankfully,
God.
no.
Thank God.
The way we usually wrap up the show is we'll kind of do a round table and just ask everybody what if anything did they get out of the show, and what's their takeaway to give to everyone in closing notes. And we'll
You
start
usually
with
started, Jonathan.
Oh no, I get to go last this time, huh?
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll start. First of all, our call to action every week, we do a piece where, some people do their push-ups, some people do their ruck marches, some people do to bring recognition and to honor those who have fallen and those who are struggling. We reach out. So grab your phone, text in your phone, on your message line, whatever. I was thinking about you. I'd like you to cut and paste that, send that to 6 people in your life. Yes, we are a veteran and first responder first, but we are in a place and time in our world and life where every one of the people in our lives may be having some struggles, may be having some pieces. I did mine during the show tonight a little bit, reaching out to some people saying, hey, been thinking about you. Would like to know how you're doing. Sorry, not sorry. It creates a conversation. Try to reach out to those that you don't think that needs that reach out. I do challenge everyone to reach out to the one relationship in your life that ended up sideways for whatever reason, and I challenge you to be the bigger person. There's a reason why I do that in my life. There's a reason why I'm missing one of my brothers, because I feel I wasn't a proactive part of his life at one point, and ultimately we lost him to alcoholism, and him and his buddies watched him, or me and his buddies sat there and watched him do it. So reach out to your brothers and sisters, let them know you're thinking about them, and let's change this narrative.
So I can't.
Andrea?
Please forgive me. I didn't prepare like I usually do. But I just seriously, Johnny Cole, thank you for coming on tonight. The music is spectacular, and we're getting more and more comments one by one. I keep going back to all of our little platforms and checking anything we can do to help and to get that out there. Just let us know, and we're gonna share, and do all of that, download and all of that stuff. But in addition to that, let us know, and keep creating. I can't wait to hear some more.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And James, we will be sharing out your adventures. I grabbed that picture. I was like, this is so cool. That group that you had on your page. It would be really cool maybe in the future to hear some of the stories, if they're comfortable, to maybe when they've kind of processed everything for a little longer time, but and to see if they would share some of their kind of as their adventure went on, what kinds of connections they made, what kinds of feelings were had, what kind of moments kind of transpired during these trips. And if you think any of them are ready, let us know. And We'll be in your ear, James. We'll be in your ear a lot. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to leave it.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, I'm just going to leave it with that. Sorry. Thank you.
James, you want to share your thoughts next?
I just think that you guys have an awesome show that you've created here. I really like, the format. I like how you had Johnny here promoting his music. You did a phenomenal artist. He's really going to go places, I think. So that's awesome. I just think it's an amazing place to kind of share how we can all help each other and get some forward progression going on in this life. Sometimes it's difficult, so it's always good to have a battle brother, battle sister there to have your back.
Amen.
Johnny?
Yeah, I mean, I always love being able to be on the show. Y'all been supporting me since the beginning, so like I will forever appreciate that, and I will never be too big to come on the People Patriot Project. I'm not that big now, but even if I get bigger, I'll still be here. I mean, honestly, I really enjoyed hearing James's story, like the fact that you went from like your car getting repossessed and being able to overcome that and help other veterans and have a heart to like help others. I think it's so important. Like I think it's so easy for us to get distracted, but there's, sometimes helping others helps ourselves, having that purpose. So I love that. I don't know. It's inspiring to me, man. So
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
There you go, Johnny. You got an invite.
Cool. I didn't see it, but
I'm
on my phone, so it's like little text messages. So I have to like you like see my nose hairs if I try to read it.
West Virginia, dinner's on him.
I would love to come up to West Virginia.
Yeah, we had Frank on a couple weeks ago, and he had not just his book, the whole story, but he. I have no doubt he would take care of you out there. Anyway, you should meet him. Check out his book too if you have. Johnny, you might strike me as maybe a reading kind of guy when you have time.
Send me a link to the book. I'll buy it and check it out.
Cool. And James, I'll send it to both of you. Yeah.
Thank you.
That episode was June 16th. If you want to hear Frank's story and go back on YouTube and check it out. June 16th, Frank the Myth and who else? I lost it. Oh, it's Frank the Myth that night. That's all we had. So yeah, if you want to hear Frank's story, go to YouTube, People's Patriot Project, and you can check out his story as well. While you're there, you can subscribe to Johnny Cole Murdock's music as well. I'll finish out the night. Mark did our call to action. I was fully prepared to do that tonight. Mark, I wasn't sure if y'all are going to be here, but I'm very glad that y'all could make it. Kind of made me feel a little bit less stressed out. So thank y'all for putting in the extra effort to be here with us tonight. So I just find that in moments, today was a little bit rough for me, but everybody, it all goes full circle. So I kind of got a little down today, and now I'm here sitting with James and Johnny and Mark and Andrea, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. I want to thank both of you for coming on tonight. James, your story is definitely worth telling, and Homeward Bound Adirondacks is somebody that I'm personally going to keep up with, and I help promote you as much as I can. Johnny, your music is phenomenal. I don't know what else to say about it, but I'm definitely going to be following you. I think I already am on Spotify.
Appreciate that.
YouTube, and looking forward to anything else you got coming out. Dylan, if you're still listening, don't do that crap again. Anyways, I came on tonight kind of down, and now I'm completely uplifted and I'm ready to take on the world. So
thank God, that's good.
This show and the people we meet on it tend to have a way of doing that to a person. So thank you guys for being here tonight. We normally end with a song, and I got a phone call from Dylan the first time he heard this song, telling me how much he loved it. So tonight we're going to close out with Topher, the Patriot.
Awesome.
Y'all can catch us tomorrow at 4:30 on here. We'll do this is where we'll get a chance to talk a lot about what happened this weekend over where Mark and Andrea were at, and really dive into that and learn a little bit more about Reads Across America, hopefully. So if you want to tune in tomorrow and catch us, we'll be on talking about that. And next Sunday, 16:30. I'm sorry, 16:30 is tomorrow. 1800, we will have another guest, the musician, on with us, Al. So, as Mark says, Patriot Pride. And I lost my button. I was ready to go.
Someday I would buy dollies with good origins, sails to distant shores, stand up high in the prow, noble bark I steer, steady course for the havens, too many foemen, too many foemen, too many foemen.
Tens of thousands on my right, thousands by my side. War between good and evil, watching our fists collide. Battle for our freedom now, to the streets we ride. Flags waving all around, pages full of pride. This is where we make a stand, no more give or take. March around the Capitol, storm the city gates. Putting pressure on their necks until the truth breaks. All walls of corruption, take out all the snakes. Star Spangled Banner, got it playing loud and proud. People from all walks of life filling up the crowd. Defend the Constitution, many warriors survived. Casting down any among us who have bucked and cowed. Enough with tyranny, we come to take our country back. For all citizens, white, red, brown, or black. Return her to a form of glory, fix their bloody crack on the crown. Fetch it down, it's going down.
Someday I would buy dollies with good origin, sails to distant shores, stand up high in the prow, noble bark I steer, steady course for the havens, too many foemen.
My mama told me, yeah, she warned me that this day would come. I'm like my father, go to combat with the blazing guns. I survived that, then I came back to the place I'm from, to face off all these haters and the battle in the place I love. You can't break me down, I'm indivisible. You still see my raps if I was invisible. But I'm standing tall, and I spit the truth. So you all appalled, cause you know it's true. They call it freedom cause the fallen troops pay for this. I love this country, doesn't matter how much hate I get. I take my colors in the battle, ain't no wavering. Cause this is for my warriors who marching to the cadences. This is for the sisters working hard on the ship. This is for the brothers getting y'all doctorate. Father, yeah, taking y'all on the ship. Baby, tell me why it's off of the Patriot.
My mother told me someday I would buy dollies with good origin, sails to distant shores, stand up high in the prow, noble bark I steer, steady course for the havens, too many foemen, too many foemen, too many foemen.
Tens of
Thousands on my right, thousands by my side. War between good and evil, watching our fists collide. Battle for our freedom now, to the streets we ride. Flags waving all around, pages full of pride. This is where we make a stand, no more give or take. March around the Capitol, storm the city gates. Putting pressure on their necks until the truth breaks. All walls of corruption, take out all the snakes. Star Spangled Banner, got it playing loud and proud. People from all walks of life filling up the crowd. Defend the Constitution, many warriors survive.
Patriot pride.